reality. What we know life to be exists many others that vary from ours. Sonic, in our reality, has made a few questionable games. His earlier ones were better. But in other parallel realities, called Russia and Asia, there exist other Sonic games much different to our own. They breach into our reality, coexisting as if we were supposed to be okay with it. Enter bootlegs and hacks.
When a video game becomes popular, it's common for smaller companies to build from their success. Hacks and bootleg games are unlicensed titles created by independent developers, usually changing a few lines of code or textures to create something new, or ripping off titles entirely to make a quick buck. And what with Sonic being one of the biggest video game mascots, he's no stranger to the bootleg market.
Excelente. Esto será emocionante.
Shut up, Bootleg Rocky. Nobody asked you.
Pero estaba de acuerdo contigo. Por favor, no peleemos.
You'll get nothing of the sort from me.
First up, we have a bootleg of Sonic the Hedgehog for the NES. It's just like Sonic 1. But worse! I know I wasn't really expecting much, but now I think I should set my standards considerably lower. It's just a remake of the first Sonic game, but with Spring Yard Zone as the first level, and much harder. Hey! Remember physics? Remember everything you know about how a Sonic game works? Well, forget it.
I know it's a bit of a cliche to say the controls are bad, but sweet zombie Jesus is this balls!
Sonic seems to do what he wants half the time. Like trying to run up this slope, or using a spring to run up the slope, makes no goddamn difference. In fact, most of the time we'd expect Sonic to build up or lose speed, or to roll around with the curvature of the path. Yeah, he won't do it. And when he does, it just looks wrong. The first thing you'll notice right before what I just mentioned, probably should have started with this part, is that Sonic doesn't run like Sonic. If you see what I mean. He doesn't build up momentum over time. Instead, he'll go straight from his walking cycle and suddenly into his running cycle. But unlike Sonic 1, you can spin attack in this, which only works sometimes. You can attack these crab meats and buzz bombers, but not these ones. The game will not allow it.
Tienes razón, esto se ve mal.
One more outburst like that and I won't be held responsible to what happens to you!
The terrible physics coupled with the awkward controls makes this thing damn near impossible to play.
But I've never been one to stray away from a challenge.
And so, Danicon braved the epic gauntlet of unfair hit detection and totally bogus enemy placements, and eventually succeeded in his quest to complete the first act.
Bueno, eso no salió como estaba planeado.
Next up we have Samari. That's not a Sonic! That's a Mario in a Sonic!
I have questions.
This is basically a failed attempt at bringing a Sonic game to the Famicom, replacing Sonic sprites with Mario if you couldn't gather. It's an unlicensed port sold mainly in Asia and Russia. Once again, it plays like balls.
Seriously, what's with these hacks? It's almost like anyone who programs these things don't know how to make basic controls.
Whoa! Mario can spin dash? I mean, it is a Sonic hack, so I don't know why I'm surprised at that, given everything else I've seen so far. I guess it's because my brain isn't physically able to comprehend seeing Mario's running cycle. Just look how goofy he looks.
Run, Forrest, run!
Samari isn't that bad. It plays just like your standard Sonic game. Run left to right, collect rings, get to the end of the stage. It's just the whole thing with the Mario sprites. It just looks kind of weird. Even the life icon looks really weird. You alright, Mario? You, been hitting the old bong pipe? Been smoking a little bit of the wacky tobacco lately? Oh yeah, did I mention this is the worst sounding thing ever? Everything sounds like noise and high-pitched tones.
What is this purgatory?
I'm borderlining on a migraine here listening to this, so let's move on with our next hack, Sonic Jam 6. Oh, this seems legit. Yep, it's legit. But this time we have Sonic in a Mario game.
So, we've seen a Sonic game on a Nintendo console replaced with Mario, and now we have a Mario game on the Genesis replaced with Sonic.
This is pretty much just a rip of Super Mario Bros. From the All-Stars version ported to the Sega Genesis. But for reasons I can't explain, it controls differently. But you know what? I'm gonna try, damn it! Moving left and right feels better than before. In fact, it feels kinda good, and you get a sprint button to make him run even faster. It's just the jumping. Holding the jump button works like normal. But if you release it early to cancel the jump, Sonic goes shooting downwards much quicker than what I was expecting, which threw me off timing a couple of jumps and attacks. Dead, 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 dead. Oh look, really dead! But it's good for getting all the points. Yeah! Gonna get all the high scores! Don't forget, before Sonic has his mushrooms, he starts out red. Just why? You'd think being a rip but with replaced sprites, Sonic Jam 6 would control and feel exactly the same as Super Mario Bros. I don't think that's asking too much, right?
It's not asking for too much. Seriously? It's not asking for too much.
Oh, it's not asking for too much.
Okay, I think that's all I can take from this one. Next up we have Sonic Adventure 7 for the Game Boy Color.
I walked into this willingly, and now I must accept this as my fate.
I'm starting to see a notable trend with these random installment numbers after the title. It's a brilliant move on Sega's part. You make Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 on their own console, work hard on a follow-up that ends up being so good that they drop it on the Nintendo Game Boy. It's so brilliant! How can that not be right? And as I'm saying that out loud, I realize just how wrong I am.
Por favor, estoy en un dolor terrible. Termina mi vida.
Right, that's it. I've had enough of you. Yeah! That'll teach you.
This game suffers from everything the previous games do, and, oh yes, it's terrible. Once again, the momentum mechanic completely takes over. And my god, is it the worst one so far. He's so slow! Gotta go fast, wanna go fast, can't go fast! Since the screen is so small, it's hard to tell what's coming up next, and planning longer jumps can seem more like a leap of faith. And between falling through platforms and sometimes platforms not even appearing, landing jumps can be a big problem. Literally, sometimes these platforms didn't even appear, and there's no way to get over them since you can't get a running start. You can't even attack enemies from below or spin attack them. What you have to do is jump on them from above, and only from above, because nothing else works. Believe me, I've tried.
This is what you get for sucking.
Well, well, well. Look who finally decided to show.
Also, if you fall into a pit of spikes, there's absolutely no chance of recovering. It's just hit, hit, dead, repeat. You don't even drop rings in this one, so when you get hit, it makes everything so much harder, considering most of the time I kept getting hit back to back with no damage boost.
Well, apart from those cluster of bad hacks, there are some good ones out there that some people have obviously spent a lot of hard work making.
Like, for instance, Sonic 2 Heroes. Now this is a hack done right! Sonic the Hedgehog 2 with Tails and Knuckles in a Sonic Hero style gameplay. While you don't need to change character to complete levels since it's exactly the same as Sonic 2, the idea of switching characters in-game is still pretty cool. Like how Mario is just Super Mario but with a portal gun. He doesn't need it, it's just a cool idea. Sonic runs much faster than the other two. When you reach top speed, he does that peel-out thing. Tails flies around and can carry Sonic and Knuckles, while Knuckles is, well, Knuckles. He glides, he climbs, you know the drill.
Oh yeah! The commitment is real.
Hell, you don't even need to have a team of 3. You can go with the classic with Sonic and Tails. How about Tails and Knuckles? Oh, that's something we wouldn't normally see. Or maybe even Sonic and Knuckles. I don't have to choose anymore. I can have both.
I can have both.
That was your fault, Knuckles. It would have been nice to see some of the environment change so you'd have to make use of all 3 characters in order to progress. But this is still a nice feature to play around with. It's a great way to revisit and replay a classic gem like this with a twist.
Well, I think we've all learned something today. There's a lot of bad Sonic hacks out there, but there are some that are worth your while. Isn't that right, bootleg Sonic?
Your face! It looks terrible. We'd be better off without it.
What?
I've got randomly attacking.
Hey everyone, thanks again for watching my video. I hope you liked it. Be sure to check out my Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon. Links are in the description for you. And before you go, be sure to subscribe, like, and share this video to everyone you know. It'll help me out in ways you can't possibly imagine. I've got 2 more videos on your screen right now for you to enjoy. And until next time, bye-bye!